Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I've got something a bit different for you today. I've got 3 games, a Game of the Year winner from the 2000s, from the 2010s and from 2020s. What we're going to do is platinum each of these games and see which era of gaming is better. Let's get into the first game. We're starting out with Batman Arkham Asylum, which on Wikipedia it was the Game of the Year for 2009. But then when checking other places it might not have actually won it, but I'm going to take what Wikipedia said here because I really want to play Arkham Asylum again. I haven't played that game for absolutely ages. I'm hoping it's as good as when I played when I was younger. So for Arkham Asylum there are 47 trophies including the Platinum. It's rated as a 6 out of 10 for difficulty on PSN profiles and it says it should take around 20 hours to complete. So the plan for the Platinum has 3 stages. Stage 1, we complete the game on hard difficulty, getting all of the story trophies and easy combat ones out of the way. Stage 2 is solving all of the riddles on the island and scanning all of the Arkham Chronicles. And then finally stage 3 will be completing all of the combat and practice challenges. Let's get into it. Right, Batman, let's get into it. I'm not gonna lie, this is the only Batman game I've actually played. I know there's obviously Arkham Knight City and the other one, but Asylum's the only one I've actually played. So, I love it. And we're gonna have to start on hard. So, we move. Hopefully it's not too bad. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oof. 11 out of 10 cape movement. My god, look at that. Perfect. That run was horrendous. Our first trophy. Free flow combat. 5. Just to warn you, I'm going to explain the story, so if for some reason you haven't played the game before and don't want any spoilers, please skip to the time on the screen now. So basically the Joker breaks out of Arkham Asylum, gets caught by Batman, a little too easy for Batman's liking, so he takes him back to the asylum and follows them in so he can see him get put into his cell. Then the Joker breaks free from the guards while Batman is behind a security gate and he takes control of the asylum with the help of Harley Quinn, which was his plan the whole time. Batman then has to regain control of the asylum, basically going from building to building and fighting different bosses throughout the game, some more difficult than others. Joker also has one of the doctors at the asylum working on a venom similar to what makes Bane huge and angry. He injects it into some of his henchmen and then eventually he injects it into himself and Batman has to fight him. Welcome back those who skipped, let's get into the gameplay. As you will have just seen, I got the shocking rescue trophy for taking down Zsasz, and then the Leave No Man Behind trophy for rescuing the guards and the henchmen from the Joker's toxin. I then got a few more story trophies and some combat and collectible trophies leading up to the first boss fight of the game against Bane. The trophies I managed to get were Malpractice Needs More Practice for surviving the onslaught from the deformed Joker henchman, Born Free for escaping the intensive treatment unit to the island surface. I got a combo of 10 moves for the Free Flow Combat 10 trophy, the Arkham Analyst trophy for solving 5% of the Riddler challenges, just what the doctors ordered for saving all the doctors in medical, and then finally Daydreamer for surviving the nightmare of the Scarecrow's fear gas. Now on to my fight with Bane. Oh my god, he's actually massive. He's like the other geezers. Right, let's battering him to the face straight away. Oh yeah. Oh my god, he hits so hard, what the hell? Okay, not gonna lie, I've taken so much health away from him, but I'm on the ropes here. I keep getting hit by the other dons, it's pissing me off. I'm having to jump away from him and then just attack them, because they're just in the way. And I can't deal with them. Oh my god, please be the last one, I've got like no health left, please, please. Oh yes, surely it's done, surely it's done. Give me the trophy, I don't want to get hit by anything, give me the trophy, give me the trophy. Yes. Right, Baneful payback, defeat Bane. I'm so glad that's over. After defeating Bane, I managed to get quite a few miscellaneous trophies done and continued smashing through the story until I hit my next stumbling block, which was just before the Poison Ivy fight. I think playing the game on hard mode, the bosses, they're quite difficult, but I didn't struggle that much with them. They was hard obviously, don't get me wrong, but I did think they was going to be worse. like I think I done the Bane fight first time, and then the Poison Ivy fight I done in like 3 tries. And plus, I didn't realise that the Poison Ivy fight had 2 phases. That threw me a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I'd done it, and then all of a sudden I had to fight her again, basically. But then the second half of it is a little bit easier, I guess. The main thing I struggled with was actually fighting just multiple enemies at the same time. Even if it was base level henchmen, I actually found it so difficult. So when I had to fight the Big Don and the other henchmen after leaving Croc's lair on the way to Poison Ivy's gaff, it took me forever. I genuinely think it took me 40 minutes to an hour. And I managed to get the 20 combo trophy in the first attempt of it. But then I died literally straight after I got the trophy. And I also got the Freak Show Rodeo trophy just before that as well, in the same fight. But yeah, that was the main issue with the hard mode, I think. But the rest of the game before that, it was quite easy really. Croc's lair was good. I enjoyed that area, and I enjoyed blowing him up at the end. I thought that was quite sick. Oh, and fighting the 2 Titan henchmen at the same time was difficult as hell. Especially because I was trying to get the trophy for killing the Titan henchman without using the Batarang. And I had to basically run one into the other and then obviously jump on and attack them. But then the first time I tried it, the one that I was using the Batarang on, well, I decided about halfway through that I wasn't going to use a Batarang. But the first try I done, the one I was using the Batarang on, they'd basically died before the other one had even like gone down, and I just was really confused. So then I decided to just not use the Batarang and then run them both into each other continuously. I think that's why it took me so long. But yeah. Anyway, once I've defeated Poison Ivy, then it was on to the final few story trophies. Conundrum Cracker. Oh cool, we're 55% through the Riddler challenges. Nice. So this next bit, this is missable. So I've got to kill all of the guys outside and all of the guys inside. Okay, so let's start with the guys outside. Okay, so they're all done. Now let's head inside. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put down the explosive gel, so then I can knock them all out and then hopefully kill a few off as quick as possible. I think that's probably the best way of doing it. So yeah, let's do that. Oh, fucking hell, they're all out. Okay, we managed to get 3 of them, so that's good. And now we've got to do the rest of them. And there we go, last guy finished. What's the trophy? Party pooper. Okay, all the henchmen celebrating your arrival at the party. What day? And now we're on to the final boss fight against the Joker. Fighting him is extremely simple, I'm not gonna lie. It's fighting the henchmen that is the annoying part. So the first sort of round, you fight a few normal dons, and it's nice and easy. Then second round, you have to fight the guys with the knives, and they just make it so much harder because they just attack while you're attacking the other guys. And obviously you can't block their attacks, so you have to press the other button. And then the final round is easy again. It's really odd the way that they done it. And then at the end, you take him out in such a cool way. Putting the explosive gel on your knuckles and then just cracking him in the jaw. It's brilliant. Main story done. Thank God for that. I think we should get three trophies popping here. So Big Bang, complete the story on easy mode. Bigger Bang, complete the story on normal difficulty. And then finally, Biggest Bang, complete the story on hard. Thank God we got that sorted. I didn't want to play through more than once. That was good. It's such a good game. It's just as good as it was when I was younger. It's amazing. Now all we've got to do, well, I say all we've got to do, is get all of the Riddler trophies and things. And then, obviously, the combat and Predator challenges. So we'll just get into the Riddler challenges now. And we should be, not challenges, Riddler trophies. And yeah, I'll bring you back when we get another trophy. So I just ploughed through the Riddler challenges and followed some guides to get the final few ones complete. This surprisingly didn't take too long. As collectible grinds go, this one was actually quite fun. I think it's purely because I just enjoyed the story so much and the gameplay. So then I just enjoyed running around just finding all of the different collectibles and everything.
What?
Okay, so we've just got done with the collectibles and everything. We've got all of that, and now we just have a few left. We only have a couple. Wow, I say a couple. There's quite a lot of the Predator and there's all of the Predator and combat ones left. So and there's also the combo of 40, which I do think I'm going to struggle with, and the perfect combo as well. To be honest, I reckon they're going to be the last things I have to do. I reckon I'm going to do all of the other stuff before I finish those. But yeah, let's get into it. Completely forgot, but I had to go back to the area where you find the warden earlier in the game, just to finish off the world's greatest detective trophy for revealing the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. I then went headfirst into the Predator and combat challenges. First challenge I tried was the combat one. I didn't manage to get all 3 bat medals, but I did manage to complete it without taking damage, which was a complete shock to me, I won't lie. And also shows just how bad I was at the combat challenges. To have like a 500 point bonus every round and then 5k bonus at the end, and not to complete it with 3 medals it's actually horrendous. I then made my way through the Predator challenges and I realised they were 10 times easier than the combat challenges. I didn't do any of them like crazy quick or anything. I just took my time with them and only had some slight trouble, I guess, at the end. But yeah, overall they was nice and easy. I was surprised I liked them because like in the game, I didn't actually enjoy having to do the stealth bits, just because it just felt like it made it longer, like especially when I was leaving the area for Poison Ivy. The first time, not when you fight at the first time you go in there. You had to do it on the way in and on the way out. It's just so annoying. Then once I finished the Predator challenges, I went back to the combat ones. And my god, did I struggle. I talk about it more in like the final round when I go live, but let me just say I started it on the 11th of April and I didn't finish it until the 13th of April. And that's just to do 8 challenges. Honestly, that is a joke. 3 days to do 8 challenges. But while going through the combat challenges, I was able to get Free Flow Combat 40 trophy done, completing a combo of 40 moves, and then the Free Flow Perfection trophy for performing a perfect combo of all Batman's moves. I did struggle at first with these, but then as I got used to the combat, it was a bit more easy to do those, not the actual challenges. I also went back as well and got the Invisible Predator trophy for completing the Predator challenge by only using silent takedowns without being detected. Okay, so we are in the last round of the last combat challenge, and I've got 49, 440. I need 50k, so hopefully, I mean, all I've got to do is basically not die, I guess. But I know there's 2 massive dons in this one, which isn't great. But yeah, we're gonna do this one live. Hopefully, I can actually do it. It'd be fucking annoying if I can't, because I won't lie, these challenges have been killing me. They've been absolutely ruining me, and it's not been fun. That's not what I was trying to do. That's not what I was trying to do. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god, this is not good. This is not good. Fuck off, random henchman. Right, come on. Is this the end or not? No, this is not. This is the end. Okay, thank God. Oh my god. Right, so Free Flow Gold, 24 medals in combat challenges. Right, perfect night, 100% complete, and Platinum Trophy. Oh my god. Thank the Lord I'm done with this. Honestly, the combat challenges are horrendous in this. I know they're worse in the other Arkham games. I don't care. This was horrendous. They are appalling. I actually can't believe it. Like, genuinely, I love this game. I love the story. I love everything about it. It would honestly be like the best one out of the 3 games I'm going to play, I reckon. But this has ruined it completely. I despise this game now. I can't put it high. But for now, obviously, it's the first game I've played, so it's number 1. But yeah, wow, I am shocked at how hard, how hard I found it. It's obviously a skill issue, but I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. My fingers just don't work that quickly anymore. But the stealth challenges, these ones, the Predator ones, they was easy, like very easy. I was shocked. But yeah, it was definitely the combat ones that were difficult. But nevertheless, on to the next game. The next game won Game of the Year in 2018, ahead of Insomniac's Spider-Man, Fortnite, and even Red Dead Redemption 2. It is, of course, God of War. This was a reboot of sorts for the God of War franchise, and it did not disappoint. It's the first God of War I've ever played, and it's absolutely amazing. I'll definitely be playing Ragnarok. And I may even play the older ones as well. Just let me know if you guys want to see that. So for God of War, there are 37 trophies in total, including the Platinum. It's rated as a 4 out of 10 for difficulty, and it should take around 40 hours to complete. So the plan for the Platinum has 3 stages again. Stage 1, complete the main story and collect as many artifacts, treasure maps and other collectibles as possible. Stage 2, finish all the side quests, dragons, collectibles and upgrading my armour and weapons and killing 8 of the 9 Valkyries. And then the final stage, stage 3, is purely just the Valkyrie Queen. She gets her own stage. I think she deserves it at this point. Right, this is my first time ever playing God of War. I've heard nothing but great things, I can't lie. I've been excited to play this game for a while. This is probably the best video to actually do it for, I'd say. Nibble's just out. I'm just going to do a quick run through the story of the game quickly. I don't think there's any spoilers, but any major spoilers at least. But if you do want to skip it, then just skip to the time on the screen now. So we start out with Kratos and Atreus cutting down trees and making firewood because Faye, Kratos' wife and Atreus' mother, has died. After cremating Faye, they want to respect her last wishes and spread them on the highest peak in the 9 realms. They face many challenges along the way and learn a lot more about Kratos' past as a god. And Kratos also struggles with his role as a father throughout the game. Boss battles in the game are unreal. Their journey leads them to different realms, and eventually they need to get to Jotunheim, as this is where the highest peak in the 9 realms is, but the way to Jotunheim is unknown. Oh cool, first trophy. The journey begins. Defend your home from the stranger. No lie, that fight was actually sick. And that Spartan Rage thing that you get is so good. I progressed through the main few story areas, picking up some story trophies and getting some easy ones out of the way as well. I started with a nice moves trophy for obtaining a runic attack gem, then onto best dressed for crafting Atreus an outfit, dwarven ingenuity for upgrading a piece of armour, enchanted for slotting an enchantment into my armour. I then came across a witch in the woods who was trying to help the boar that Atreus just shot with an arrow. She wasn't happy at all. And then after speaking with her, she gave me the witch's compass, which basically allowed me to see exactly where I was going because it put a compass at the top of the screen. Very, very helpful, I won't lie. I also got the trophy for surviving the witch's woods and new friend. I then went a little while without getting a trophy and eventually got the best moves trophy for fully upgrading a runic attack. Then in the story I had to travel to Alfheim, which, not gonna lie, this is my least favourite place in the whole game. I hate the enemies here. The ones that fly about, they're so annoying, and they make it go like all smoky when they hit you, and it's just so frustrating because you can't see, and they always run away as well. Yeah, they're just so annoying and they're just needlessly hard to kill. And it's only the second area of the game. I don't get it. The only good thing about them is when you get the finisher, when you have to press R3, it's actually sick. It's definitely one of the best finishes in the game, in my opinion. Anyway, I managed to get the story trophy linked to this area, which was Feels Like Home for allowing the Light Elves to return home. Then it was back to Midgard, onto the mountain and clearing through the smoke. Once I made it through the smoke and fought my way through the mountain, we eventually got onto a sort of lift which takes Kratos and Atreus up the majority of the mountain. On the way up, after defeating some enemies, you encounter a wham dragon. At first I was thinking it's going to be one of those encounters where you see the dragon and then the story goes on and then another few hours and then you get to fight it. But no, obviously having never played God of War before, I didn't realise as soon as you see something like that, you're basically going to have to fight it straight away. So I get to fighting the dragon. There's 3 different phases of the fight. I think this is one of the better fights in the game, just because of the sheer size of the enemy, to be honest. There are obviously other better actual fights, but it's just the size of the dragon just makes it really cool. So we eventually defeat the dragon and get the Dragon Slayer trophy. Next, it was on through the story, and we meet Mimir at the top of the mountain. He convinces us to chop his head off, as we need to speak to the World Serpent and find out how to get to Jotunheim, as we now know that the highest point in the 9 realms is in Jotunheim, and he's the only person that can speak the same language as the World Serpent. So he's taken his head to the witch in the woods, and she brings his head back to life. We then find out that the witch is actually Freya, the ex-wife of Odin, and is indeed the god. This makes Kratos very angry, as he hates God. After speaking with the World Serpent, we find out we need to learn the travel route that opens realm travel to Jotunheim and carve the rune into the special gateway. The only thing that can carve the rune is a magical chisel, which belongs to Fama. I don't think I've said his name right, but I have no idea how to say his name. He was basically a wham giant. So we travel to where he died at the hand of Thor to retrieve part of the chisel. After making our way to where the chisel is located, so we can bring back a piece, we encounter Magni and Modi, who are the sons of Thor and have been looking for us at the request of their uncle Balder, who was the stranger knocking at the door at the start of the game. This fight is quite easy. It ends with you killing Magni, which made Modi flee, and Atreus gets upset. And then he starts coughing up blood and has a fever. He refuses to admit that he's ill, and then they carry on. Kratos and Atreus then travel to Tyr's vault so they can find the special gateway, but Modi is actually waiting for them and attacks Kratos, causing Atreus to attack him. And eventually he passes out due to him fighting his true nature. Kratos breaks free from Modi's attack by using his Spartan Rage, and Modi flees after Kratos punches him into the wall. Kratos then takes Atreus to Freya, who says she can heal him, but she needs the heart of the Keeper that protects the Bridge of the Damned on Helheim. Before heading to Helheim, Kratos is told his axe won't work on the enemies there, so we must go back to their home, and he retrieves the Blades of Chaos. By doing so, we get the Hello Old Friend trophy. After retrieving the blades, which, by the way, are so sick, we headed to Helheim and retrieved the heart of the Keeper that protects the Bridge of the Damned, and return to Freya, and she heals Atreus, earning us the Promise Fulfilled trophy. I then progressed further through the story, picking up the Round 2 trophy for rescuing Atreus, the Past Haunts trophy for riding the ship out of Helheim, and the Trilingual trophy for learning the languages of Muspelheim and Niflheim. This meant we were onto the final boss fight of the game against Balder. The final fight against Balder is very epic, and Freya tries to help him fight against us, even though Balder hates Freya. Early in the fight, Balder punches Atreus in the chest, and Kratos thinks Atreus is bleeding, but it turns out it's Balder's blood. Atreus' mistletoe arrow goes through Balder's hand and breaks the spell Freya put on him, so he can now feel and ultimately he can die. The fight goes through a few phases, and this might be the best fight of the main story of the game. Balder is quite a cool character, and Kratos and Atreus just ruin him basically. Freya stops us from killing him, but then allows Balder to try and kill her, and Kratos intervenes and kills Balder. Freya is extremely annoyed by this, and you don't see her for the rest of the game. On to spreading the ashes. Last wish, spread the ashes. Bloody hell. What a game. So that's the story basically done. Wow. First time playing this game. No, that was actually crazy. So his name's Loki. Wait, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm bare confused, but yeah, that was brilliant. What a game. Visually stunning, not gonna lie. And the story's just sick. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's the credits. Here's the end of the game. I was concerned then, because majority of the games I've played, like, it just goes straight into credits, doesn't let you actually move about. But I guess we have got their stuff to do still. Yeah, so we got all the story. We've only done a couple of like miscellaneous stuff. Basically it's just things that you do throughout the story that I've been able to do. Haven't done much side content just because I wanted to get the story done, because I'm not gonna lie, I was quite engrossed in it. So yeah, we're gonna get the side quests and everything done. We've obviously got all the Valkyries and all the things like that, so we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. But yeah, let's get into it. I'll bring you guys back once we've got to either a few more trophies or I'm severely stuck on something. I'm going to presume and say I'm going to be severely stuck on something. But yeah, cool. I'll see you guys in a bit. In the end game, I smashed through a lot of trophies as quick as possible and managed to get 15 done relatively quickly. With the only one taking a while, the Darkness and the Fog trophy, for retrieving all treasures from the Workshop Centre chamber. The other trophies I acquired were Beneath the Surface for exploring all of Lake 9 had to offer, All Will Fall for killing 1,000 enemies, Primordial for obtaining the Ancient Armour set, Path of the Zealot for obtaining the Traveller Armour set, Worthy for fully upgrading the axe, Iden's Orchard, I don't know how to say his name, I'm not going to lie, just for fully upgrading the health, Like Oil and Water for completing Brock and Sindri's favours, Death Happened Here for fully exploring Vakedark, Dangerous Skies for freeing all dragons, Unfinished Business for assisting all wayward spirits, Quick Tempered for fully upgrading my rage, The Truth for reading all of the Jotnar shrines, Allfather Blinded for killing all of Odin's ravens, and finally Curator for collecting all artifacts. Just going back to the Allfather Blinded trophy, this was actually so frustrating because it wasn't showing properly that I'd done all of the ravens, or it kept saying that I had one left in Midgard, which made no sense, because then as soon as I went to Helheim, with the ones in Helheim, I got to the 51 that you need. So I'm a bit unsure why in Midgard it was saying there was an extra one. I don't know if there is or not, but I spent hours trying to find it, but I just couldn't. So anyone that's trying to do either the Platinum or just going for the Ravens, that might happen to you as well, but don't worry, just go to Helheim and you should be able to get all of them. Okay, safe guys, so we've done a lot of grinding, a hell of a lot of grinding. I've done all of the, as you can see with my armour, I've got all of like the echoes and everything. I've done all of that area. We've only got 4 trophies left to do. So we're just about to get the last treasure dig spot. And then outside of that, the only trophies we have left are all of the Valkyries. I've done 7 of them. I just need to do the one on Muspelheim. And I also need to do the trials as well. And obviously kill the Queen. And then also upgrade the blades. Upgrade these bad boys. So it should be hopefully nice and easy. I'm level 8 and those are my stats and everything. I'm not gonna lie, the Valkyries, I waited until I'd done all of the echoes, the missed echoes and things, until I fought any of them. And I'm not gonna lie, that made it so much easier. Plus, this Wrath of the Frost Ancient is just OP as hell. It's actually crazy. I don't even know, like, especially against the actual Ancients, like, you can kill them so quickly. It's a joke. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm just going to get the next dig spot, so I'll bring you back in a sec. And here we are, the last dig spot. So let's get that, and then the trophy should pop. Yeah, there we go, Treasure Hunter. Use all treasure maps to find all the dig spots. What a day. Cool, so you guys will just see me going through the trials, but hopefully I can get them done quite quickly. I've already done one set of them, so I just need to do the other few, and yeah, hopefully we can get that sorted. Cool. On to the trial. I actually found this quite fun. There was only one that I had actually some trouble with, and it was the one where you can't get hit. At first I did struggle with this one, but as soon as I realised throwing the axe was actually a really good idea, I kept doing that. I just spammed it completely. I took care of the Valkyrie at the top of the mountain quite quickly. I think definitely waiting until I was very powerful was the best thing to do, because I was just able to clear through them as quick as possible. And as soon as you let them try and fight you, that's when you die, basically. And not gonna lie, it actually gave me a lot of confidence going into the Valkyrie Queen fight, but I very soon regretted that confidence because her fight is 10 times worse than any other Valkyrie. But you'll see that in a bit. After defeating the Valkyrie in Muspelheim, I was able to upgrade the Blades of Chaos and then get the trophy as well for that. Then I went on to the Impossible Trials and I done 1, 2 and then 3. Online it says not to do 1, but after getting the other trial where you don't get hit, I thought I might as well go into this one as well. And then fortunately I done it first time, just by throwing the axe basically. So then it was on to the final trial once I got those 3 done. And then after completing the final trial, I got the Fire and Brimstone trophy. So guys, as you've just seen, we've managed to complete all of the trials. So that was nice and easy actually. Especially the last one. The last one was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought there'd be a bit more of a challenge with that one. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one quick run through of Niflheim just to get some more echoes so I can fully upgrade my armour. And then we're going to take on the Valkyrie Queen because she is the last thing we need to do. And that will get us to platinum. And I know I've saved the hardest possibility until last, but yeah, we move. So I'm just going to go do that, and then I'll bring you back for the Valkyrie Queen fight. So here we are, guys. The Valkyrie Queen fight. I've upgraded all my armour. That's what I've just done. So yeah, I've got level 8 armour on everything. So I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be. So let's get into it, come on. I'm going to probably let you guys watch the first one, and then however many tries it takes me, I'll say in the video in the end, but yeah, hopefully we can get it done first try. But here we go. Fucking hell, she starts on the offensive. Oh, damn. Not alone. Get some other stuff on her. Come on. I've taken quite a lot of health already. I'm quite happy with that. Shit. Oh my god, she is wham. Luckily I got a resurrection stone just before I'd done this, so... Oh fuck. Sort of wet it in the face. Ah! No, that was a bad decision to stay still. Oh god. Run, run, run. Run, run. No! Oh, okay, right. Okay, we're calm. We've got a resurrection stone. We resurrect, we go again. They're always happy at the beginning because I took so much of her health. Oh my god. Okay, we've slowed her. Smash. Get gone, get gone, get gone. Oh my god, no. No! Oh, that was... Okay, that was shocking for me, I won't lie. We move. So yeah, that was the first attempt. I got more health than I thought I was going to get, to be fair. But yeah, you guys can just watch my pain from now. And then once we hopefully kill her in the end, I'll bring you guys back. But yeah, that was... I'm actually quite happy with that for a first try. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. My god, this fight was so much harder than anything else in the game. And I'm not even on max difficulty. Her attacks just take so much health, and I also didn't know enemies could attack during your runic attacks. That done me a couple of times, and during Spartan Rage she was able to attack me. I thought that was odd, but we moved. I also found, which admittedly this is my fault, when she was about to attack, I knew exactly what she was going to do, but I just froze. I just didn't do anything. Specifically really, with the when she jumped up off the screen and then just stomped on your face. That one done me in so many times, but every time I just stood there for some unknown reason. I died 12 times trying to get this fight complete, but on some tries I got so close. My closest attempt, other than when obviously I've done it, was my 5th one, where I got her down to like a sliver of health, and then she just hit me with the face stomp, and then it was all over. Anyway, I'll go live to me finally beating her on the 13th attempt. Oh my fucking god, we've done it. Oh my god, we've done it. Thank the Lord. That took ages. I think it took 12 tries to do. But yeah, she's finally been done. Thank God.
Sigrun, how did this happen?
Thank the fucking God. Thank the fucking Lord. That was difficult. Not gonna lie, people ain't joking when they say she's the hardest boss. It's like by far the hardest boss. When is my trophy gonna pop is the question. The whole storyline of having to kill the Valkyries and then having to kill her, like, it is cool. Like, it's been fun, to be honest, having to fight the other Valkyries. She was just horrendous to fight, not gonna lie. It's when she done the jump in the air and stuff. It's just, oh my god, it's the worst. Right. There we go. Chooser of the Slain, defeat the 9 Valkyries. And then father and son.
You don't sound very happy about it.
Obtain all trophies, get in. Right, that, I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the best games I've ever played. I've really enjoyed it. I'll be honest, I think I've enjoyed it more after the story completed, which I wasn't expecting. Somehow they've made the grind afterwards fun. Especially the Valkyries were probably the best bit, to be honest. And the trials. The trials were good as well. But yeah, great game. I can completely understand why it won Game of the Year. It was absolutely amazing. So yeah, now we're on to Game 3. Our third and final Game of the Year is the most recent one, Astro Bot. Completely different genre of game compared to the other two, but anyone that's played this game will tell you how good it is. I'm looking forward to experiencing the game for myself for the first time. I played Astro's Playroom before for about an hour, and I enjoyed it, but then never revisited the game for some reason. I'm not really sure why. So for Astro Bot, there are 44 trophies including the Platinum. It's rated as a 3 out of 10 on PSN profiles, and it says it should take around 15 hours to complete. The plan for the Platinum this time only has 2 stages. Stage 1, complete the main story and get as many collectibles and miscellaneous trophies as possible, and then Stage 2, finally the cleanup. Let's get into the final game. I'm not really sure what to expect with this game. I know I played Astro's Playroom before, but I don't know, I just don't know what to expect. That was good, but it didn't really grip me. But I've only heard good things from this game, and so many people have told me to play it as well. Okay, I like the fact that you have to use the actual controller to move about. Okay, cool, first trophy. 1 bot down. Rescued your first bot. Okay, I thought I was going to die then. Imagine dying on the first level. Oh, look, a puzzle piece. Let me just get rid of these guys first. A puzzling start. I'm absolutely flying through these first couple of trophies. After flying through the first 2 trophies, it then took about 45 minutes to get my next one. I had to channel my inner LeBron James and got the Jammer Slammer trophy for successfully dunking the ball. Not gonna lie, that isn't a dunk, but I was just happy to get the trophy. I done it by accident as well, as you can see. After completing that level, I went back to the crash site and opened the gacha lab for the License to Spend trophy. And now, because I'm a gambling man, I went straight into there and spent my hard-earned coins and collected my first gacha, earning me the first prize trophy. I then carried on through the Gorilla Nebula, eventually recovering the mothership's memory for the unforgettable trophy. And I went back and rescued all of the bots for the Monkey See, Monkey Rescue trophy as well. I then waterboarded this tree for the What Is He Saying trophy. I made my way through the rest of the story in the tentacle system, getting the double dug in trophy for taking out 2 wormies at the same time, and then I unlocked the God of War level, which, having just played God of War, I really enjoyed. The fact you get to use the axe was actually so sick, and you had to destroy the ravens like the actual game as well. Annoyingly, on my first run through, I didn't actually get all of the ravens, so I had to go back. But first, I got the story trophy, solid performance for recovering the mothership's SSD, and then the Splash My Dash trophy for opening the dual speeder garage. Then I went back to the final raven and got the Eyes of the All-Father trophy. After collecting the final raven, I had to complete some of the challenge levels in the tentacle system, and I can't lie, they were difficult. All of the challenge levels throughout the game do get harder and harder really, culminating in the final secret mission, which I personally found quite hard. But it's probably a skill issue, to be honest. I did take way too long on that level, I think. Anyway, I finished off the challenge levels in this area and managed to get the Tentacular Spectacular trophy for rescuing all the bots in the tentacle system. After the tentacle system, I was onto the Serpent Starway. And the first trophy I got here was the Time to Cash In trophy for stopping time and winning the jackpot on all 4 slot machines in Slow-Mo Casino. I really enjoyed this level. I liked the mechanic of stopping time, plus I thought the puzzle pieces and bots were hidden in a really creative way. Especially with the darts part, where you had to go slow-mo and then jump on them and run around, and I thought it was really good. I then made my way through the tentacle system, eventually making my way to the Uncharted level, Dude Raiding. You have to collect 3 golden eggs in this level, as well as the bots. But on my first playthrough, I didn't get all 3, I only got 1 of the eggs, so I'd need to come back. The eggs were the same as the precursor orbs in Jak and Daxter games. I've never really played Uncharted games, and I didn't actually know that they were Easter eggs in those games as well. And I obviously love the Jak and Daxter games. They're brilliant. I've played the first one on the channel already. I do have plans for playing the second and the third as well. After making my way to the end of the level, I had acquired the mothership's GPU and earned the Doing It For You trophy. I also was able to open the changing room as I collected enough puzzle pieces, so I earned the Time for a Change trophy. Before the end of the day, I was able to earn 2 more trophies. Those were the Thanks Very Much trophy for rescuing all the bots in the Serpent Starway, and then after returning to the Uncharted level, I earned the Lost Legacy trophy for collecting all 3 golden eggs. That's everything for day 1, on to day 2. On day 2, I got to work in the Camo Cosmos, and the first trophy I earned was the Jumping Through Hoops trophy after leaping through the ring in Bubbling Under. After completing all other levels, I made my way to the Loco Roco special level. Personally, I'd never played Loco Roco back in the day. I always remembered there being so many shells of the game being promoted in-game. But it was never one of those games that stood out for me. I think I was just too old for it at the time. I think I missed it by like a year or 2. But to be fair, I really enjoyed this level. It was actually quite fun. And at the end of the level, along with collecting the mothership cooling fan, I rescued all the bots for the Nowhere to Hide trophy. And then, of course, the Keep It Cool trophy for recovering the cooling fan. Once I got back to the crash site, I had enough puzzle pieces to open the safari park, so I earned the Animal Attraction trophy. I then stayed in the crash site for a few minutes and knocked off some easy trophies. These were the Keep It Together trophy for knocking a bot out of the bot tower without it collapsing, Wallbuster for breaking a bot wall, Let's Twist Again for dancing with Crash Bandicoot, and finally Bot Revolution for dancing with 100 bots in Crash Site. After earning those trophies on Crash Site, I decided to go back to a previous level and get the trophy I missed. I managed to get the Net Profit trophy for catching the gold butterfly in the Apes on the Loose level. I then rescued all bots in the Lost Galaxy for the Lost and Found trophy. Then, after progressing through the story levels, I got to the Horizon Zero Dawn level in the Feather Cluster. Now, again, I haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn previously, but this level was actually sick. The use of the bow and arrow was so good. It's up there with the God of War level. While in the level, I earned the What a Trip trophy for defeating 7 enemies with the Tripcaster. At first, I didn't realise what to do, but luckily I died, and then the enemies reset, and I realised I was meant to just get them to run into the wires. I mean, it's pretty obvious. After getting to the end of the level, I got the Take Cover trophy for recovering the mothership's protection covers. After finally entering the safari park on the crash site, I gained access to the camera and took a picture at a photo spot for the Striker Pose trophy. Now we move on to the final main story level of the game. The final level was decent. You fight through the big Bogey Don's minions basically, and then eventually you get to fight the Bogey. There are 3 phases to the fight, each one you are given a random power up, and then get the chance to break a lock on the ship to release the CPU. Once you break all the locks, the CPU is free, and you get the A Lot to Process trophy. Oh my god. So that was the ending of Astro Bot. Wow. I wasn't expecting that ending. But I won't lie, this is actually, I've been pleasantly surprised with this game. It's actually been really good. Oh wait, what's happening? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's a kid's game, there's no way he's dead. Okay, that's the actual ending, great. Fair enough. Nice. So, yeah, that's the end of the story, basically. I believe I've only got one bot left in the normal like areas, and maybe one puzzle piece as well. But I think the puzzle piece that I need is just one that floats about in like the area, sort of thing. So hopefully I can get that done quickly, and I've left some quite easy ones and everything. You guys would have just seen I've only just got the camera, and I know there's a few things I need to do with the camera basically. But yeah, so yeah, I'll get that all done, and I will bring you guys back in a bit. I got started on the cleanup after completing the main story of the game. I started by rescuing all the bots in the Feather Cluster for the Back to the Nest trophy. I made it to the top of the mothership for the At the Top of My Game trophy. I witnessed all ship parts singing together in the crash site for the Sing Stars trophy. I earned the Money Well Spent trophy for buying 150 prizes from the Gacha Lab. And then I earned the Monumental Achievement trophy for unlocking the Golden Statue. Then it was on to the Golden Bot trophy for rescuing the Special Master Bot at the top of the Golden Statue. Now, I'm going to show you my final run in full, because this for me is a serious achievement. That was actually horrendous to do. This took me half an hour, I believe, to complete. Like, whole half an hour. I raged so much at points. I never thought a game like Astro Bot would actually make me so infuriated. But just look at it, this final level was crazy. The amount of parts I got stuck on, it was mental. Like at first I got stuck on the skating bit when it breaks as you go over it, and you have to make it up like 3 levels of it. Then I got stuck on the blob that was shooting at me while I was trying to go upwards, and I couldn't just hit him quick enough, he kept killing me. It happened about 8 times. Then it was the frog that was spitting fireballs at you, that took ages, and it also took ages to get back there. And then I would just die randomly like on the bell bit, which is right at the beginning, so it's pointless. Then it was the blobs on the moving squares, they kept hitting me. Then skating a circle jar thing that spins the massive spike ball on the chain. That one was honestly horrendous. That took me genuinely about 10 goes. It was crazy. And then right at the end, I got stuck on the bit where they fire the enemies at you in the shape of an X, square, circle and triangle. I think it was the X one, it threw me off straight away. the first time I got to it, and then it just took me another like 10 minutes to get exactly back where I was, and then thankfully I managed to get it in the end. And then also, to top it all off, once you finish the level and get to rescue the bot, I had no idea who the bot was. I know that's obviously probably my fault, but still, you'd think that they would put like one of the main dons up there, or at least someone that you'd fully recognise, and then it would feel like a sense of an achievement and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. So now it was on to the rest of the cleanup at the crash site for the platinum. I have 5 trophies left, not including the platinum. I got 4 out of the way initially, starting with the 4 God of Thunder trophy, for freezing Thor with Kratos' axe, the Thick as Thieves trophy for taking out a photo of Lara Croft and Nathan Drake together, Deep Pocket Dragon for making the tough guy drop all his items, and then finally Royally Stuck for getting a little too close to a sticky sphere in Crash Site. Now it was on to the final trophy. So I'm on the final trophy, and I've got everything. The only thing I need to do is have the 2 people fight in the main area, in the crash site. And I can't lie, I've just been trying to do it, but it seems to be glitched. I've left crash site and I'm going to go back and do it now, just to see whether it'll work. If it doesn't, then I guess I'll turn everything off and then turn it back on again. But I'm slightly worried, I can't lie. Right, now I've got to find them again, for God's sake. But yeah, overall, I've really enjoyed this game. I've been quite shocked. Very, very shocked with it. Oh, there they are. Hopefully this works. No. Oh, great. Okay. That's not good. Okay, I'm gonna try and restart, and then hopefully that'll work. So I'll bring you guys back in a sec. Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing, and hopefully it works. Oh my God, yes. Thank God that worked. Oh my God. Why? Oh, this trophy, man. Right, so KO, pick to fight with 2 Street Fighters. Fight Street Fighting Warriors in Crash Site, right? And there we go, the platinum. Astronomical. Thank God that is finished. I was so worried then. I thought it just wasn't going to work. But we managed to get it sorted, and it's all finished now. It took us around about 17 hours because I took it a bit slow. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed this game. I am shocked at how much I liked it. Anyway, let's get into the end of the video where I compare all of the games. So all 3 games, absolutely amazing. I completely understand why all of them won Game of the Year. So Batman was the first one. Unbelievable story, unbelievable gameplay, to be honest. I'd recommend anyone plays this game because it's brilliant. However, I would not recommend that anyone does the platinum because that was genuinely horrendous. To go from like such a great game and then you go into the challenges and it's just so hard. It's actually crazy. It's stark contrast to the story because the story's fine. Even on hard, you can do it. It doesn't take that long. But yeah, the challenges did ruin it for me. Then the second game was God of War. I can't lie, I genuinely think this is one of the best games I've ever played. It is so good. I can't believe I haven't played any of the other God of War games before this. I'm definitely going to play Ragnarok. I'll do a video on that at some point. Maybe soon, maybe in a few weeks. But yeah, that was honestly excellent. Start to finish, unbelievable. Even the grind at the end of the game was unbelievable as well. I really enjoyed it. Start to finish, so good. And then the final game was Astro Bot. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go into this expecting much, but I completely understand why it won Game of the Year. It's just obviously completely different to any other game that was nominated. There's no other platformer games, but somehow it grasps you, it grips you, it gets you in. I don't know, I just enjoyed going around all of the different places, collecting all the bots. It was quite old school, it was very nostalgic obviously. And to be fair, the way they make you use the controller, it is quite cool. It's very innovative. But yeah, I thought it was great. I'd recommend anyone to play all 3 of the games. But yeah, as I said with Batman, don't do the platinum. So now the rankings. Unfortunately, I can't rank Batman above 3 because obviously I had a horrendous experience. Complete skill issue. But yeah, that's number 3. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go Astro Bot. It's such a good game, but if God of War and Astro Bot was going up against each other for Game of the Year, I'm sorry, God of War would have definitely won it. It's so good. And so that means that the 2010s actually won in this video. So let me know in the comments what you think is a better era of gaming. But for now, it's going to have to be the 2010s. That's just what it is on this channel. If you enjoyed the video, then if you could leave a like, that'd be amazing. And then even if you wanted to do a cheeky little subscribe, that'd be even better. But yeah, hope everyone has a great day. Safe.